Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to study the fourth chapter from English Literature textbook, class 7th DAV board. Read the quote given below. The world is a jungle. You either fight and dominate or hide and evaporate. Isn't this a thought-provoking quote? The world is truly a jungle. And in order to survive in this jungle, we have to fight for our survival. The moment we show our helplessness, people start taking undue advantage of our weakness. The lesson that we are going to learn today is Fight Manju Fight, written by Sigrun Srivastava. What does the title convey? Does it mean we have to fight with people physically and injure them? Or it means we have to fight the obstacles that come our path. It might be physical, mental, or emotional. Should we give up because we are physically not capable due to some kind of disability in us? No. We have to overcome whatever disability we have and whatever form it may be, because giving up is never a solution. There are so many examples of all those people who have overcome their disability and have motivated others not to give up. The lesson also focuses on the specially abled people and their indomitable spirit. God is kind enough to bestow them with certain abilities which often bring them at par with others. It speaks about their pride, self-respect, and struggle. It makes us realize that they don't need our sympathy but just encouragement. I have taken two examples here. Of course, there are many more people like them. The examples I have taken are that of Helen Keller and Deepa Malik. You have already heard about Helen Keller, who was deaf as well as blind. But she is the first deaf-blind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. Isn't it a commendable achievement? The second person that I have taken is Deepa Malik. Deepa Malik is an Indian athlete. She is the first Indian woman to win a medal in Paralympic Games and won a silver medal at the 216 Summer Paralympics in the shot put. She has also won gold in javelin event at the Para Athlete Grand Prix held in Dubai in 2018. There are many more examples, and you know those people. You have a lesson on Anurima Sinha. There are so many people who have overcome their disability with an indomitable spirit. Sigrun Srivastava is the author of this lesson, Fight Manju Fight. She is an Indian author of German origin. She is a multifaceted artist, a writer, a sculptor, and an illustrator. As a writer, she has written over 25 books for children of all ages. Her interests as an illustrator and a writer come together in her picture books for preschool children. Born in 1943, aged 77 years, some of her books, Heroes Never Die, The Mystery of Bullaby Mansion and Other Stories, No Time for Fear and Other Stories, Marcel, Marcelli and the Angel Pact, Moment of Truth, The Ghost Rider of Darbhanga. Let us now proceed to the lesson. This is a story of a young girl, Manjula Parelkar, who had deformed hands and feet but dreamt of becoming like the great artist M.F. Hussain. She belonged to a lower middle class family. Her family consisted of a father, mother, Mrs. Smita Parelkar, and her younger brother, Amol Parelkar. This story is of a specially abled girl with an undaunted and indomitable spirit. Let us learn and understand how she overcame her deformity by challenging herself to remain strong, not to give up what may. Though Manjula had a dream of becoming a great artist, but it wasn't going to be easy for her. The reason was her hands were malformed. Not only her hands, but her feet were deformed and ended in two massive moon shaped toes pointing at each other. Her hard nails touching, grating against each other whenever she wore wrong shoes. She had to wear wrong shoes most of the time because there weren't any shoes in the market soft enough for her clumsy feet. Let us know about the great artist that Manjula wanted to become. Maqbul Fida Hussain, better known as M.F. Hussain, was an Indian artist known for executing bold, vibrantly colored narrative paintings in a modified Cubist style. He was one of the most celebrated and internationally recognized Indian artists of the 20th century. He was born on 17 September 1915 in Pandharpur. He died at a very ripe age on 9th June 2011 at Royal Brompton Hospital, London, United Kingdom. Many movies were made by him. The names of the movies are Gajgamini, Through the Eyes of a Painter, Minakshi, A Tale of Three Cities, and Pehla Sitara. He has been awarded with Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, National Film Award for Best Experimental Film. Let us continue with the lesson now. One day, Manjula went and asked some money from her mother. Her mother was quite surprised to hear such an unusual demand from Manjula. When she asked Manjula why she needed money, Manjula told her that she wanted to do painting and for which she needed some paper and colors. Mother thought it was a good hobby, but Manjula told her it was more than that. Mother, without hesitation, removed and gave her some money from a piggy bank and also asked Manjula to show her the painting after she had finished. When Amol heard about her demand, he started making fun of her and said that she wanted money to eat ice cream. Mother quietened him by asking him about his homework. As promised, Manjula showed the completed painting to her mother. When mother saw it, she couldn't believe her own eyes, as the painting was really beautiful. Her mother told her to show it to her father that evening. When Manjula showed the painting to her father, he appreciated and praised her about it by glancing at her hands. But she knew what her father meant. It was painful for her to remember about her deformity, but she had to bear it. Amol, her younger brother, snatched the painting from Manjula's hand and asked her, why don't she sell it? He raised her hand and imitated as an auctioneer and started bidding the picture. Let us understand what is an auctioneer. Auctioneer means a person who conducts auctions by accepting bids and declaring goods sold. What is an auction? An auction means a public sale in which goods or property is sold to a highest bidder. Whenever Manjula returned to her brushes and paints, she drifted into another world, a brighter world of glowing colors, beautiful forms, and perfect shapes. The world where she wanted to belong to so desperately. It was Manjula's 13th birthday, and no one had asked her what she wanted for her birthday. But to her utter surprise, she received all those gifts which she secretly wished for. She was overwhelmed, means filled with emotions, when she received a set of artist watercolors from her mother, a book on painting step by step from her father. Her brother Amol handed her a parcel tightly wrapped and knotted. Manjula was not sure about the parcel, but she also hoped that her brother won't be mean to her on her birthday. It was sheer torture for her to unknot the parcel due to her hands, and she really struggled to do it. But she did it, even though father asked Amol to give her the scissors. And as expected, after unwrapping and unknotting the parcel, what she received was a piece of paper on which was written, "Look for the next clue under the pillow." Manjula didn't want to go through another ordeal, but Amol pulled her to the bedroom and lifted the pillow. As soon as he lifted the pillow, she saw three sable hair watercolor brushes tied with a pink ribbon. Manjula couldn't contain her joy, and within no time she used up all the papers. She knew in order to do watercolor painting, she needed good quality watercolor papers. But the problem was they were very expensive. Let us understand about these sable hair brushes. The sable, that is Martis ziblina, is a species of marten, a small omnivorous mammal primarily inhabiting the forest environments of Russia from the Ural Mountains throughout Siberia and northern Mongolia. Its habitat also borders eastern Kazakhstan, China, North Korea, and Hokkaido, Japan. The hair of this animal is used for making the bristles. That day, after dinner, Manjula's mother, Smita Paralkar, spoke to her husband about Manjula's paintings. But her father told his wife that the good quality papers were very expensive. And above all, he wanted to know why Manjula wanted to learn painting with her crooked hands. She, being a girl, she should learn to cook, bake, and do all the household work. Above all, there were many things he had to take care of, like the curtains needed to be changed. Amol needed a new pair of shoes and his wife a new sari, as she had been wearing the same sari for a long time. Manjula, who had never heard her father raise his voice in front of her mother, crept and hid behind the curtain and heard what her father said. She was deeply hurt with her father's comment. But her mother knew that her daughter had the talent and even asked her husband to show the painting to an authority of painting. Manjula went to her room and without shedding a drop of tear, she tore all her paintings into bits and pieces and threw them in the dustbin. She wrapped the brushes and the paints and tucked them away in the farthest corner of her cupboard. She did not want any authority on painting to talk about her painting. The next day morning, Manjula went to the kitchen to help her mom with the cooking and learn to cook, bake, and fry. She hated it. Above all, she hated eating whatever she cooked, baked, and fried. At the dinner table that night, Amol appreciated the curry made and asked for another helping of it. When mother proudly told that the entire food was prepared by Manjula, Amol was shocked and asked Manjula about her painting, as she was really good at it. But Manjula had given it up. Amol was expecting Manjula to participate in the on the spot painting competition to be conducted in his school and hoped that Manjula would surely win. Manjula's father changed the topic and told his wife to pack his bag as he was leaving for Mumbai the next week. When Manjula heard the word Bombay, that is Mumbai, she wanted to be there, as she knew the people there were so busy that they won't get time to stare at her hands and pity her. Above all, she wanted to enroll herself in the well known art college which she had heard about several times from many people, as she wanted to fulfill her dream of becoming a great artist. But she had given up painting for good, although the thought itself was very painful for her. Manjula's mother called Manjula in helping her pack her father's bag. Her mother wanted to talk to her, but Manjula stopped her and looked at her, her dark eyes burning with pain and sorrow. Mrs. Parelkar held her tight and with a firm and determined voice told Manjula not to give up on her dreams and fight to achieve what she wanted to achieve. She was so filled with pain that she wasn't interested in hearing to all the preaching. She in fact wanted to say it was all Papa's fault, but deep inside she knew it wasn't. She dashed into her room, flung herself on the bed, and buried her face in the pillow. How much ever she tried, she couldn't cry. The tears just weren't ready to come. When she sat up, she saw a newspaper clipping. She was surprised to see it, as she hadn't kept it there. It was about Rich Belanger, who lost his leg in a train accident and played soccer with artificial feet. This article motivated her, and she got up and removed her colors and brushes. Holding and touching her favorite things brought tears in her eyes. I could not get any information about Rich Belanger. Hence, I have taken a similar story. This similar story is that of Muhammad Abdullah. When he was just 7 years old, he lost both his legs in a terrible train accident. But today, this Bangladeshi boy is known for his impressive football skills. Please do read the remaining story. Let us come back to the lesson now. It was the day of on the spot competition which was going to be conducted in Amol's school. And Amol was ready to leave the house as he was helping at the entrance gate as they expected a large crowd that day. He looked at Manjula and cordially said to her that he felt sorry for her for not attending the competition and would have definitely won a prize. When Manjula announced that she was going to participate in a category and the prize depended on the topic that is given, Amol couldn't hide his happiness and he jumped and pumped her hands to congratulate her. Manjula freed her hands and said softly, "If Rich Belanger can do it, why can't she?" Amol very well knew what she was talking about, but their mother was completely lost as to who they were talking about. When both of them spoke together, Rich Belanger played soccer with artificial feet. So, students, what is the carry home message of the lesson? Life is not a bed of roses. It is full of ups and downs. We need to be strong and patient in life. Getting success is never easy. It always comes after a lot of hard work, patience, and determination. We need to trust ourselves and keep being persistent. Keeping trust on Almighty also helps. It is easy to look at others and curse ourselves for the things we don't have. But it is difficult to be thankful and carry on with the things we have. No one gets everything in life, but each one of us gets many things in life. Each one of us is special, unique in our own way. We do have a capacity to achieve our goals, wishes, and desire by focusing on the things we have and by neglecting the things we don't have. Optimism and positivity always helps. So don't give up, as victory is always possible for the person who refuses to stop fighting.